Hi everyone, Victoria here. How was your weekend? Mine was interesting, to say the least. I've had some time to think about how to respond to the extraordinary kindness and support you've shown me. And here it is. I'll never forget my time at Reddit. You allowed me to be a part of some of the greatest conversations of our time, and it was an honor to be your ambassador. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to all of you who have reached out. Thank you for everything you've given me. From your messages to your artwork, I am deeply moved and grateful beyond words, and your encouragement has meant more than you'll ever know. I've been incredibly humbled and honored to serve this community, and I truly believe all voices matter. Your voices matter. You proved that this weekend. And really, this weekend wasn't about me. It was about you. And if I know one thing about this community, it's that you'll continue making your voices heard. And that's an inspiration. I know many of you may be curious about what's next for me, and I'm still figuring that out. However, I can assure you, wherever the road leads, I will live up to the faith you've had in me. You can take the woman out of Reddit, but you can't take the Reddit out of the woman. I believe in you. And that's a promise. Thank you. Response 1.
And so it begins, the post-Victorian era.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, it was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness, it was the epic of belief, it was the epic of incredulity, it was the season of light, it was the season of darkness, it was the spring of hope, it was the winter of despair. We had everything before us, we had nothing before us, we were all going direct to heaven, we were all going direct the other way. In short, the period was so far like the present period, that some of its noisiest authorities insisted on its being received, for good or for evil, in the superlative degree of comparison only. Charles Dickens, A Tale of Two Cities.
Quote, it was the best of times, it was the blurst of times.
If you start Googling, it was the best of times, blurst is suggested before worst. Thank you, Simpsons.
You're welcome, stupid monkey.
Response 2.
Thank you for all your help, smiley face.
You know you're awesome when you get a personal thank you from Vern Troyer.
Imagine if all those celebrities she helped during their IAMAs would comment and thank her in this thread. That would be pretty crazy.
She definitely has the support. This was posted the other day. I'm sure there are more.
At Megan MC San, quote, 2015-07-06-2257 Coordinated Universal Time, quote, really sad to hear about Victoria Taylor. I was insanely nervous for at Reddit AMAs and she couldn't have been sweeter and more helpful. This message was created by a bot. Contact creator, source code.
Deleted.
I know it's bittersweet, but Victoria is going to get some amazing offers. The amount of support she has gotten from everyone is going to make her a very valuable employee. Hey you tutor, start consulting and be your own boss. Make a fortune.
Response 3.
Victoria, I always enjoyed talking to you and working with you and am sad we no longer work together. Perhaps someday we can work together, but in the meantime I hope someone great picks you up. I've been contacted by a handful of people who'd like to hire you, smiley face. Thank you for helping Reddit GIFs over the years, before we both worked for Reddit. I'll never forget your help and friendship.
I'm going to miss you, Santa.
This legitimately makes me sad.
You were a part of the soul of Reddit. With you gone the world is a little bit darker.
TFW, Reddit killed Santa and ruined Christmas.
Day Ellen Pao equals the Grinch.
Nah, the Grinch ended up being decent.
Response 4.
There will always be a place for you at the U-War Lizard gaming forums.
Damn right.
Are you the War Lizard from the Reddit link aggregator site?
I am.
Cool.
Neat.
He's watching, guys.
Response 5.
Victoria, it has been a true pleasure working alongside you in IAMA, and I think I speak for all of us when I say you really have made a difference. You've touched the lives of millions of people, and made them happier. I know you will only go on to greater things. But please stick around on Reddit too and keep being awesome here.
Deleted.
It's amazingly ironic that the person who has done so much for women in tech tutor was taken from that role by someone who sues for women's rights. Pal. Edit, removed. Edit, complaining about downvotes. Best wishes. Thanks for all of the hard work.
Done so much for women in tech. What in the fuck are you talking about? She helped old people answer questions on Reddit.
She was the name and face associated with one of the most important and popular internet subforums in existence. What are you on about?
She was in a PR position which is not revolutionary for women, and the general public did not even know her name until she was fired. I doubt she was a huge inspiration even though she was very good at her job.
Response 6.
You tutor right now.
Reddit, finds a way.
Clever girl.
Response 7.
Deleted.
She doesn't need to. The community backlash has already spoken more than what she'll ever need to say.
My thought exactly. Given how vocal and at times even vicious the backlash over her firing was, the fact she didn't include even a token thanks everyone, but I'm okay, so feel free to lay off the admin team now, and there was very telling as to the level of goodwill left there now. It's very professional and morally unimpeachable of her to not wade into the debate and publicly badmouth a former employer, no matter how tempting it must have been, but I suspect the fact she's also not offering even a pro forma token request to rein in the popular discontent with the admin team says everything you need to know about how YouTuber feels she was treated by the Reddit management team. Subtle, but enlightening. Edit. Also, hilarious how many thoughtless people are showing their appreciation by buying her Reddit gold. Oh sure, I'll express solidarity and show my appreciation for Victoria after she was treated badly by Reddit by donating money to the company that screwed her over. Yeah, that'll totally be an appropriate way to do it. Reddit, sometimes I don't know whether to ruffle your hair and laugh or take a pillow into your room and smother you in your sleep for being too stupid to be allowed to live. Less than.
I kinda want to give you gold for that, but, well, you know.
This is a perfectly valid substitute.
You know, this might be one of the most valid uses for Reddit Silver. In fact, we should just adopt this system in general.
Response 8.
Thanks for all the great work when we were emailing during Armor stuff, you were always a fun class act, and thanks again for the book and fun stuff you mailed, too. Laughing face. If you feel like it, PM me your address, would love to return the courtesy.
Is this the part where we meet you tutorks?
Nah, you tutor isn't a forsaken Wendigo husk full of sin, like me.
We still love ya Uniden.
I like to believe that the only difference between you Uniden and you Unidanks is a sinister goatee. Kind of like post-affair Tiger Woods.
I like my beard to give off that certain je ne sais quoi that terrifies children and the elderly now.
Deleted.
Response 9.
Deleted.
Lol, she's probably better off just starting her own site doing her own IAMAs with celebs. She has all the connections to pull it off, and would certainly draw in users and page views. Except Reddit copyrighted trademarked IAMA, so she'd have to call it something else. Edit, sorry, I'm not really nuanced at the difference between trademark, copyright, etc. Thank you to everyone who corrected me.
Ass. Ask some shit.
Barack Obama's ass. Come one come all. I think it could work. Vern Troyer's ass exploded on the internet last night. In retrospect, calling it anything else is just silly.
Brad Pitt's ass was full of curious people.
Asa Akira invites all of her fans to enter her ass tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what? That sounds about right.
Response 10.
Deleted.
22 years I busted my ass. Fired. That was 3 years ago, and I'm still recovering. It was like losing a family.
Why'd you get fired?
Underperformed at the wrong time. 21 years at full speed, had some family issues and ended up at the top of the downsizing list.
Ageism.
We want the experience of a 50-year-old, stability of a 40-year-old, drive of a 30-year-old, and naivete of a 20-year-old. If we can't get that, outsource. Nah, fuck it. Just outsource. Bonus time. Have fun slowly dying company. I'm out. Quote.
And the pay scale of a high school graduate.
Response 11.
From all of Reddit, much love Victoria.
Deleted. A Reddit mod that won't kidnap you and kill you.
Alright, let's not add that to the charges.